Hi everyone, Patrick and Julie here.
With another reaction video. This time it's going to be Julie's turn to react to videos that I picked out for her.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, you're going to love them.
What are we Oh,
It is on one of your favorite subjects.
yes. I love coffee. What a great pick, babe.
Yeah,
okay.
Thank you. Yeah, I try.
Yeah, okay, so organize your coffee station. This should be fun.
Whenever possible, I try to employ the store where usage strategy when I'm organizing. This is our coffee area. As you can see, we've got our coffee maker, there's coffee, there's filters, there's cinnamon because we always put in our coffee. The thing that's been bothering me for a really long time is that we don't have a good home for our coffee filters. I don't want it just hanging out with our mugs and our coffee. Then I have an idea. I've actually been thinking about different iterations of this for a while now, and I couldn't quite figure out exactly what I wanted to do. At first I wanted to use one of the stick-on bins like I use in some of my lower pantries, but I was really afraid that would eat too much into the depth of the cupboard here. Although if you have the room, you should totally do that. But all I did here was grab one of those damage-free like stick-on 3M hooks, obviously making sure that it'll fit within the shelf and all of that stuff. And then I just stuck it on and grabbed a binder clip to secure the bag. I'm actually posting this video well after I tried this out, and it is still holding up great. So now we can just reach in to grab a filter as needed, or you can just take off the whole bag if you want to. You could also use like a medium-sized freezer bag or something so you don't have all the writing. So much better. Don't forget to like and follow to keep getting organized with me.
All right. Yeah.
Now you use Keurigs. You don't really use a lot of drip coffee.
Yeah, I do use Keurigs. But one of my really good friends, she has a machine that actually grinds up the dried beans and does them for her. That would be like next level. Yeah.
But it's a DIY project. Just hanging it up there right on the inside of the cupboard.
Yeah.
Using stuff that she found around the house. Coming up with a intuitive solution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. No, and you'll see a lot of videos out there where people hang stuff up on the doors. Not usually my thing to do, but a lot of people like to hang stuff on the doors.
Oh, it's like a little pocket of coffee filters. It's not too bad.
Yeah. And it can free up space. Yeah, hanging stuff like that on your doors. More accessible. It's a great idea. Yeah.
Next up.
Yeah. Okay. Coffee station organization. Because her thing was like one organization idea. I would have loved to see her like clean out the whole cabinet. But
starting off small.
The tip was worth it. Yeah. Okay. Now we're gonna get into a full coffee station organization. But Patrick doesn't drink coffee very often.
I sneak sips of yours.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just tastes so good.
All right. Here we go. What do you think of that one? Okay, this is supposed to be my reaction video, right?
Your thoughts?
I wonder if she heated up the bottles before she took those labels off because they came off really cleanly. I did like the fact that she reused the bottles that she had. She didn't buy new bottles and pour stuff into it. The pumps are a good idea if you use that kind of stuff. I don't tend to use the syrups. I just get the not milk coffee creamers, I guess.
The flavored, sugary coffee creamers.
Yeah, the flavored, sugared.
French vanilla, hazelnut.
Yeah, so she had a lot of little spaces for all those pods and stuff, where I tend to just have a basket that I dump them all into. But yeah,
Do you think having the containers on the sides of the machine itself?
I think that would kind of drive me a little crazy because they only hold like 4 or 5 a piece, and then so you're constantly having to restock them. Yeah, that would just be a little bit too much work for me. It may work for a lot of people, but for me, no. The basket works really great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, just having them all lumped in a big basket.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But I only have one flavor too because I use, my coffee creamer.
That is true.
Yeah.
And you only have the one French roast. You don't have like a dark roast or anything like that.
Yeah. Well, I do, but they're up above. So if I want something different, then I pull it down, and it's all in that other container. Mm-hmm.
But it's not part of your normal daily routine.
It is not. No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It looked very pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think taking and switching the labels over was necessary, or?
I probably wouldn't have done it, but if she's going to reuse those bottles over and over again, it kind of makes sense to. It does look pretty because they were out, but again, she bought all the same type of syrups too, so I don't know that it would have mattered to me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, some people like that kind of thing, babe.
Mm-hmm. Next up.
All right. Go ahead.
How to style your coffee station. Ideas. Add coffee.
Very luxurious.
Mm-hmm.
You find these luxury videos for
Well,
me.
she added a candy drawer and a tea drawer, which tea is what I tend to drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do have a tray. It's like that I do put everything on. It's kind of a TV tray or I don't know what you would call it. What would you call the tray I have?
I would say it's a tray.
Yeah. It's got sides. It kind of contains all the coffee stuff in one area. Easier to clean that way. The coffee splatters stay in it. The basket fits in it. The Keurig fits in it.
Yes, it's all kind of in one. And so if you just unplug the Keurig, you could just take it wherever you want it to go.
Yeah.
Sometimes you want to make coffee in the bathroom, so you just take your.
I've never done this, but now that you bring it up, what a great idea!
You have that option.
Take it in my bathroom and have coffee while I take a bath.
Sure.
I don't know.
Just keep the Keurig away from the bathtub.
Speaking of which, let's have a swig of coffee now. Yeah.
Oh, are these videos making you thirsty for coffee?
Apparently they did. Yeah, Patrick just made me a new cup of coffee. He makes it better than I do, even though he doesn't drink it. So, yeah. He's over here calling my name while we're watching the coffee videos.
Oh, thank you. I do make a good cup of coffee.
Okay. DIY coffee nook from an empty niche.
Let's have a look.
Once upon a time, there was a weird nook, and it needed this outlet, and it also needed some built-ins that sort of looked like furniture that I made out of plywood. And then I painted them black, which was a questionable choice I undid later. I made some drawers and some custom cabinet doors using pocket holes. Then I routed out the inside edge so I could put some sheet metal as the backing. I added drawer slides, then installed the tile using Simple Mat. It's like a double-sided sticker. You just stick up the tile and then it's ready to grout. Then I made my own butcher block countertop by gluing together some 1x2s, sanding it down, staining it, cutting it to size, and it fit perfect. I screwed on the doors, and then months later I decided to redo everything. So I painted it gray, I added some trim to frame out the coffee bar, I made a header and added crown molding. I thought of a genius hack for an arch by using corbels, and that's the story of how this boring nook became this.
So that was more of a DIY coffee station more than an organization.
Wow.
But that was pretty wow.
She's very handy. And I've actually been seeing a lot more videos of people posting up like their handy little ideas that they're doing and redoing closets and this coffee station and stuff like that. And it's really nice to see people out there crafting something with their hands, it's useful. I don't have we don't have any space like that we could do anything like that too.
If we are so inclined, and a few YouTube how to do videos later, we could probably do it.
We don't have a nook.
Oh, I was just talking DIY projects.
Oh, DIY projects. Yeah.
Like home carpentry. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I like using what you have or repurposing what you have. I do like that kind of stuff. Get a second life out of some things. Or repurpose a space. It was really pretty what she put together. Yeah, but probably impractical for the majority of people because, like, we don't have a space like that we could do that with.
It'd be something you would enjoy, but it'd also be a little bit of a conversation piece when guests came over. Look at this. Isn't it nice? Would you like a spot of tea?
What I do like is a designated, like, coffee area. Yeah, that's really nice.
And you do have a little designated coffee area. Yeah. The cabinet above it is coffee cups and teas and honey and all kinds of stuff.
Well, because back to that first video, the lady made a really good point when she's like, put stuff where it's used. And so, yeah, I use my coffee maker a lot. It's in a very, central place that I use it. And so all the stuff I need is right there.
And whatever you need to make your cup of coffee with, it is. You do not have to move. It's just right there.
Well, I gotta go over to the fridge, but...
Oh, yeah, for the creamer. But the fridge is 2 steps away.
It is 2 steps away.
Okay. Okay, we'll get a little mini fridge for your coffee station.
I don't need a little mini fridge. Where would I put it? There's no room. But yeah, it's great. Okay, coffee and tea cabinets. So I have, like we just discussed, a designated area for my coffee.
And that looks very similar to what you have set up. You even have proteins in that cupboard, if I'm not mistaken.
Stuff
Fibers?
like that. Fibers, whatever, yeah. Coffee, tea, and then, kind of drink stuff, like Gatorade or whatever, But are you feeling left out? Do you feel like you need more designated tea space?
Well, I just want to point that out, that last video we just watched did have some cocoa powder in their cabinet.
There's a whole box of hot cocoa in the cupboard.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
I need to dig deeper.
There is.
You have the honey and everything, and it's well organized. They did put a Lazy Susan in their cupboard, a small one. How do you feel about that? Because everything in your cabinet is easily reachable. I don't feel it need one, but kind of a nice little feature.
It adds some vertical space, which I was actually looking at it, trying to decide if maybe that could be something, because that space is pretty cramped the way that it is. The teas aren't necessarily too easy to get into. They are in a big container. You kind of have to dig around for stuff. So I did like the clear, like, tray organizer thing. And I think that would save space versus what it got in there.
You do have a wild assortment of teas.
Yeah.
But they are all kind of kept in the same tall glass jar.
Yeah.
But yes, there are quite a few. There's a good selection.
And there's a decaf one and a regular one, but they're in big canisters that you kind of have to dig through. So I did like the clear white tea organizer. I may have to look at that and see. That might save some space in that cupboard so that we don't have to dig so much to kind of get into it. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll do a video on reorganizing that little space.
Yeah, I think it's well organized. I think it just needs like 1 or 2 things, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just a couple things. Like, so you organize the space, and as time goes on, maybe you find better ways to do that.
That would make a wonderful little short.
Yeah.
Especially when it gets you snapping.
Snapping?
For the cuts. It's like, open it up, snap, everything's out. Snap, everything's back in. Snap, shut the door.
We always say that would make a nice short video, and then, it'll... probably be long.
It'll turn into a half hour. And here's what we donated as well. Yeah.
Because I do have
Wonderful.
like the French press is up in there, and it'd be nice to have it all sectioned off a little bit better. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. Yeah.
All right. I believe this is the last video, and this is a bit more of a product placement. But I saw this and thought it was actually
You got an Amazon one too.
I did.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
little Amazon little thing. All right. Coffee pod organizer. Let's go.
This little Amazon find will save your life if you struggle with kitchen counter space. This coffee capsule holder goes underneath your cabinet and it works with coffee pods of all sizes and brands. Not only did this free up drawer and counter space for me, but I also just love how it looks. TikTok made me buy it and I'm obsessed. If you
Oh, there's one more.
Oh, there. Yeah, again, I really just like my basket, dumping them in there, and it gets low and I dump more in there. Yeah. And yeah.
So you wouldn't like organize something underneath the bottom at all?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Last one, I think.
Okay.
Create a small space coffee station.
You want a coffee station for a small space? Keep watching. Step 1, use the space you have, whether it's a shelf or a whole cabinet.
Oh, that looks like
Step
mine.
2, decide on the necessities for the space. For us, it was coffee, the Keurig, mugs, and Flavor God coffee seasonings. Make sure you have enough space for those items first, and if that's all you can fit, you're still good to go.
And she has a French
Step
press.
3, any leftover space is where you can add things to make it functional
like
yet
looking in a
also
mirror.
beautiful. I chose to add a wide mouth mason jar crock for the K-cups and a coffee sign. You can also use things you have around the house to make it even more budget friendly. Hope you got some ideas for your coffee station, and make sure to subscribe to my channel for more inspiration. If you want a coffee station for...
Oh, that was great. Yeah.
And it did look a lot like yours. I believe that was the same machine you even own.
Probably, yeah. And I do have a coffee little sign.
Yes.
Yeah, that my aunt bought me. So, yeah. Yeah, that was fun. And she had a canister to put her coffee in. I dumped mine into a basket. She didn't have any tea up above her coffee.
Nobody's
It's all
perfect.
just coffee. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. And we have cocoa and tea and coffee and honey and sugar and
Yeah.
everything you kind of need up there.
And apparently cocoa that I wasn't aware of.
Hot cocoa with marshmallows.
Ooh.
White and milk.
Wait, you're telling me there's marshmallows up there?
They're in the cocoa.
Oh, okay.
But if you look in the other cupboard on the other side where the pasta's at, there's a big thing of marshmallows.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Oh, fantastic. All right. So some wonderful little ways to organize the coffee stations.
Yeah. Let us know if you're a coffee drinker or a tea drinker or a cocoa drinker.
And I do want to point out that Doma coffee is the best coffee. You will not change my mind.
Is that why you wanted me to wear this shirt? I was like, okay, whatever.
This is an old shirt from like 2004, I think.
Yeah.
Looks great on you. Vintage is
Okay.
in. But yes, I was like Doma coffee. We don't
Yeah.
mention very many sponsors.
They
they're
are not a sponsor of us.
sponsored.
Yeah.
We will sponsor them for free. They're wonderful. All
Okay.
right. Thank you so very much for choosing to spend your time with us.
Yeah.
Uh,
See you
take
next
care.
time.
Mm.